awesome. 9 in a row overall, 15 in a row at home. That is the most at home that the Cubs have won in 91 years in consecutive games. That's freaking awesome. 91 years, man. Not even 2016 team did that. Back-to-back series
No, I thought
sweeps.
they did it in 18, though.
The 15?
Yeah.
14 they did, not 15.
Okay.
This
Either
team,
way, sweep it. Fuck the Reds. Or the hell with the Reds.
this team is doing some special things to begin this season. He's Eli Butler. He's Matt Butler, and I'm David Butler. Welcome back to Clark and Addison, Born into the Ivy. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave us a 5-star review along with a comment or two on YouTube or if you're listening on an audio platform. Cincinnati Reds review. Damn, that was an awesome series.
Yes, it was. The Cardiac Cubs.
Oh, yeah. That's all you can call them. Except for today.
So, 3 consecutive walk-offs to start the series, and then an easy win today. That got a little more difficult than it had to at the end.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Gavin, I get that they wanted to save some of those guys and give them a day off.
But
Gavin
50
Hollowell
pitches
throwing 50 pitches was ridiculous.
Yeah. What are you going to expect?
And that was unfair of him. And he got out of that inning. That umpire missed that last call.
He did.
100%.
The whole
That was a
ball was
strike.
in the strike zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just
I
didn't
mean,
have a challenge.
That was more in the strike zone than Palencia's, which was an amazing pitch.
Right.
And Peyton called it right. Eli's brother, Matt's other son. He called it right. That was a perfect pitch. Palencia's.
Mm-hmm.
But Hollowell's was
probably the
awfully
reason
close.
why they called it is because it was inside rather than outside this time. So
Yeah,
it looked
agree.
a lot closer.
Agree. The offense scored at least 20, or not at least, the offense scored 23 runs over the 4 games. And they were carried by Michael Conforto, who didn't hit a ton in the series, but was amazing when he did. Michael Busch and Pete Crow Armstrong over the series. Ian Happ had a nice game 3, but he was terrible the rest of the week. Offensively, the dude is still contributing. I know he's won 4 consecutive Gold Gloves, but he looks as good or better than he ever has defensively. Ian Happ.
I agree. And honestly, he's been a little bit of a surprise offensively. For
Absolutely.
me, at least, this year, than my expectations.
I mean, he's playing above what his historic stats are.
Right.
That'll probably regress some because that's what
Well, don't
Ian
say
does.
that. Shut your mouth.
I mean, it's what Ian does, dude.
I know. But
You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that in a bad way. It's just something we got to expect. But what
Yeah.
frustrates me so much is that guy strikes out so much. He struck out 6 times in this series. And the guy who catches all the flack about striking out only struck out twice. Pete.
Which is Pete, yeah.
yeah.
Pete's at-bats, he had a small spell where he was against, I think it was Philly, where he was just going stupid with swinging and all kinds of stuff. But before that and after that, he's still had really good at-bats. And you can see a lot of growth with what he's doing. And I think he's going to be better overall in the long run because of it. He's
Sure.
being more selective. He's drawing more walks. That's not a ton, but he's still drawing more walks than he ever did before.
This whole
And-
Cubs team is.
And he's working deeper counts on a consistent
Mhm.
basis.
Well, like Eli said, the whole team
Yes.
is, right? You
Yeah,
want to
number
be up
one.
there. You want to
Mhm.
push the counts. You want to make that pitcher throw them all,
100
right?
pitches in 6 innings.
Yeah,
But you
absolutely.
Which we have been doing.
When you get a cookie cutter fastball, you want to jump all over that.
Right.
And I
Correct.
think that's where some of the balance, like how many times have you seen Bregman swing at a first pitch?
Never.
Never.
Right. Right.
And he gets more cookie cutter down the middle pitches like that than anybody.
Because
And
they
it's
know he doesn't swing.
He's
Yeah.
not swinging.
right.
And he's got to jump on a couple of those, and that'll stop.
Sure.
He's a good enough
Yeah,
hitter.
because I was gonna say he's definitely a guy that can take advantage of that.
Absolutely. And it's frustrating that he doesn't.
Yeah,
He should have
Hopefully.
by now.
right. I agree.
And I'm all for, like, the dude is really smart. He's a baseball junkie, and that's great. But that, to me, means he also should know I got to jump on this sometimes.
Right. Yeah, sometimes you overthink those things, as a player.
Yeah,
He
absolutely.
made up for it defensively this series, though.
In this series, but that was the first time that I thought
Yeah.
he's looked good at all this year defensively.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
He
his
has
DP.
not been what was advertised.
Yeah.
I
His
still think Matt
DP
Shaw's a
last
much
night
better
was
option.
great. I think it was last night. He had that DP.
Yeah, he was DH last night, I believe, or it was the night before.
No,
When he-
DP.
When
Oh,
he
That
threw
double
it to
play.
home,
Oh,
Yeah.
double. Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, that and the chase down that he had was also very, very heads up play from him.
absolutely.
I missed that one.
I watched it, and I was at Paisley's game.
Okay. What do you want from me?
Pay attention.
I missed
Go
it.
Cubs go!
Michael Conforto hit .667, had a .714 on base percentage, and are you listening to this? His slug was 1.833. That was in 7 plate appearances. So, small sample size, but
Yeah.
absolutely amazing.
But yeah, that's
2
still
home
really
runs
good.
with the walk-off, a double, 3 runs, and 3 RBIs. Pete, 357, 438 on base, 714 slug, and a 1.152 OPS. Had a home run, a triple, 4 runs, 3 RBIs, and 2 stolen bases. And Michael Busch with a 357 batting average as well, 500 on base percentage, 571 slug, 1071 OPS. Had 4 walks, which tells you that he's seeing the ball really well. But I'm going to go back to Hap with that. The dude still walks a lot, which means he knows the strike zone. So it makes it more frustrating that he strikes out so much.
I think it's always the high ones. I noticed that with Ian, it's usually the high fastballs that he just never connects with.
He misses a lot
two
that are
strikes.
right down the freaking middle, too,
Mhm.
man. It's just crazy.
But overall, I think Eli's right though. Like he'll chase those higher balls.
So then, does he know the strike zone
Where-
as well as he tries to say?
Where Pete will chase the lower ones, right?
Pete
If you're
doesn't
lower in the-
claim. Pete doesn't
No.
claim to know the strike zone like that.
Okay, that's fair. I'm just talking, metrics as far as Hap's more liable to chase that high fastball compared to Pete's going to be susceptible to that low breaking ball. I think
To
Suzuki
a righty or a
is-
lefty.
right, and I think Suzuki though is the same way.
He hates
with
it
that.
on the inside.
Agreed, Matt.
Suzuki does.
So Pete has gotten better against lefties too, though. You can
Absolutely.
see
This
that
year's
he's put in a
series
lot of
showed that.
work
Mhm.
with that.
Right. Yep.
I know that I'm dogging on Hap again. I really do appreciate everything, because he's been so much better this year, and so I'm not trying to be a jackass about
Way
Hap.
better
I
at this point.
I hope they sign him for like another 2 years.
I do not want them to keep him.
I've
You don't
been a
think so?
critic of Ian Happ,
I'm
but if we
telling you,
get this Ian Happ,
we're not going to.
well, we don't know
I
that.
think it's possible.
I am thankful for everything Ian Happ has done with Chicago Cubs. I would like to see them allocate that money somewhere else next year. And
Mm-hmm.
one
Time
of those
tells all.
possibilities, I think, should be Pedro Ramirez. But we'll talk about that later. Not today, but another time. It's coming up on the horizon to talk about that guy. He is lighting it up in AAA. I mean, lighting it up. And he's normally a second baseman, third baseman. And I think
So
they
is
should
Kevin
try him
Alcantara
out.
still. It's time to trade.
What?
So is Kevin Alcantara, so it's time to trade for Sandy
Alcantara is lighting it up with the power, but Ramirez
Mhm.
is doing the complete package.
It's still time to trade Kevin.
Agreed. I just don't think you're going to get somebody, because nobody's going to trade a big starting pitcher right now, at least, without getting a ton. And I don't know that the Cubs are, one, willing to give up that much, and two, if they have that much yet.
No, I mean, if that happens, it's going to be obviously closer to, the trade deadline. Where
I think Matt Shaw would have to
where
be
they
involved.
are. That wouldn't shock me either.
I'm not saying he's going to be. I'm saying if they were,
Get
their
Sandy.
prospects have to prove that they can do it over the season, like the guys,
Right.
like Pedro Ramirez and guys like that, who are doing well right now, but they got to prove that they can do it over the course of most of the season and move up rankings. You know what I mean?
Jonathan Long would be a good candidate too.
Agreed. But I don't think that he's profiled highly enough. And understandably, because he's got a good hit tool. I don't know if he's got enough power to move up the rankings enough. But he would be a nice add-in with Alcantara and somebody else. But I would like to see them keep either Ramirez or Alcantara, and the other one's got to go in some kind of package. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But that's a ways away, I think, unfortunately. Real quick to finish my thoughts on the review for the Reds series. Cabrera, Tyone, and Ray all pitched solid to good throughout the weekend or the week. Shota was amazing today.
Yeah.
So
22 swings and misses again. Second time he's had 20 or more swings and misses in a start. Has gone at least 5 innings in every start, and I think has given up less than 2 runs in 6 of the 8. Maybe it's 1 run in 6 of the 8.
10 strikeouts, right?
Yeah, he had 10 today.
Yeah.
11 is his career high, and he tied that earlier this season. He's been phenomenal.
Oh, 100%.
I thought he would bounce back quite a bit this year. I didn't expect this.
Yeah. You hope for it, right?
I mean,
But
absolutely.
we didn't know what we're going to get, though, either from
Is it sustainable that he's going to pitch this well all year?
I think it could be.
But I'm asking, do we think it is?
I'm not going to say definitively one way or the other.
I don't think it's sustainable to be this good. I'm not saying he can't be good. I'm not saying it like... But, I mean, he has a 2.38 ERA right now.
Right. Yeah, but still, I mean, to say that you don't... I don't know. I'm not buying into the fact that he couldn't be.
I'm not saying he can't be. I'm just saying I think it's unfair to expect him to be this great the whole season.
We'll see. I don't think it's that unfair either.
I do.
Ooh.
Right now, he's the ace of the staff, though. Bar none. Like, not even close.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, who else you looking at? Who else you looking at? You
Edward
can't...
Cabrera is the only other possibility for that.
That's fair. Okay.
But I don't think those two are remotely close right now.
I mean,
Cabrera's pitched really well, though, too.
Yeah.
But
What's ERA?
3.27.
Okay.
So it's almost a 1-run more.
Right.
But Cabrera has not given up more than 3 runs in any start this year. So I think that's probably the biggest difference is he truly has been 100% very consistent, but he hasn't had that dominance like Shota has shown.
Sure.
Where Shota's had 2 blow-ups. Actually, one wasn't really a blow-up. He had the one against the Dodgers, and the other one, it was just an all right start. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He gave up 6 runs against the Dodgers.
Well, and honestly, I think it's a good thing to have both of those type of situations on the rotation right now.
Right.
Because we just lost Boyd, right? And we don't know for how long.
Uh-oh.
But it's going to be significant.
They still haven't said which surgery he's had.
Right.
All I know
And
is
because
successful.
there's
That's
two
all I
choices with it: a full, complete surgery to repair the meniscus. They said
He's gone.
he's coming back. Yeah, he ain't coming back this season if he had that.
Right.
He's just not. But the second one, you just remove the torn part, and
Yeah.
then it takes about 4 to 6 weeks to heal.
Right.
Man, like if that's what they did, he's gonna struggle later on. At the end, like I know he's nearing the end of his career, but like I'm not even just talking about his career. He's gonna struggle mightily at times later on in life, if that's what they did. Ask Derrick Rose.
Yeah.
Because that's what Derrick Rose did, so he could come back and play in the playoffs. And it cut probably 5-6 years off his career. Especially of top tier basketball, with what he did and his talent.
Mm-hmm.
And he will struggle to walk consistently for the rest of his life. You know what I mean? Like I think we need to prepare that Boyd maybe not coming back this year.
And honestly, at this point, I mean, when is Steele projected to come back?
I mean, at best,
All-Star break, I
after
think.
the All-Star break. At best.
So, second week in July sometime. Second to
Probably
third.
third, yeah.
Yeah.
That's at best. I don't think that's going to happen.
Well,
And I don't
we've
think
got
we
to
should
this point with
anticipate
all
it.
the injuries. Huh?
I don't think we should anticipate that he comes back. If he does, great. But if we anticipate it, then we're just going to be disappointed again. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Who should
I
replace
don't know. I
Boyd?
want to say some things, but I don't want to put them into existence either.
Yeah, I get you. Who should replace Boyd in the starting rotation? Javier Assad?
Assad.
Will you shut up and let me finish?
No, hands down.
Javier Assad.
That's your bet.
Let me finish. And then
Or
you
Ben
can say
Brown.
Javier Assad. No, Ben Brown, Vince Velasquez, or Jordan Wicks are I think the four internal options right now.
Assad.
Agreed. But damn it, let me finish the question.
Don't cuss. Defensive.
I think Javier Assad is probably the better starter over Ben Brown. Obviously, I won't go Jordan Wicks or whoever the other guy was. Sorry, no offense to that guy if he sees this. But, because Javier Assad's not very good in the bullpen because it usually takes him an inning or two to figure it out, And then he's pretty dominant after that. Ben Brown, he could be rocky for a little while when he's starting. But I wouldn't change since Ben Brown's doing so good in the bullpen right now. I wouldn't change anything.
Absolutely.
We
And
don't
that's my
know
point.
how Ben will do with all four pitches now, though, as a starter either.
Well, to me, Ben Brown's like figuring things out in the bullpen to where he is kind of solidifying himself in there.
I
Assad
don't disagree.
And Assad he's already done this on multiple occasions, has pitched well in that starting role. So I think you give him that nod for that reason.
I agree. But I'm going to say this too. If there's another injury, I think Ben Brown has to go to the rotation.
Yeah, but for Christ's sakes, we've had enough. I mean, at some point, the bleeding's got to stop, right?
I don't disagree. But
Right.
This is part of why I think Ben Brown needs to be the one who goes to the rotation if there's another one. is because I know that the floor is lower for Brown than even maybe Velasquez. Probably not than Wicks. Wicks's floor is probably just as low as Brown's. But Velasquez, I think the floor is probably higher than Ben Brown's, but the ceiling is better than all those guys. I would argue that Ben Brown's ceiling is higher than everybody on the pitching staff currently that could start, with the exception of Edward Cabrera.
I don't disagree with that, but I
And
still
we would
want him
have
where
to
I
take
want
a
him.
chance there. At that point, we would have to take a chance on it.
Right.
Because this offense is ready to challenge for a World Series right now
Absolutely,
in the position
100%.
player group. So
Yep.
we would need high impact pitching, and Ben Brown is capable of being that guy.
That's fair.
I think it's also
saying he's gonna
brilliant
be-
if
Saying
Right.
he's capable of it.
Right.
I think it's brilliant starting Javier Assad. So just in case if Javier Assad doesn't do well, you can just always throw in Ben Brown for another. Say Assad's out in the 4th inning because he's doing terrible. You got Ben Brown who can pitch another
3
3 to 4
innings.
inning.
Yeah.
I want them to stop doing that with him. I want him just to, if he's going to be a reliever, throw 1 inning at a time.
Yeah,
no,
but-
set up, man. You know,
Yes.
you and I talked about that. Set up, man. Then Plenty comes in.
Because when he throws 2 or more innings, then he's done for two days at least. They don't want to pitch him. They want him to at least get 2 days rest after that.
Well, and that tells you, well,
And I
I
get
don't
it,
know.
but
That tells me again, though, that why they're not going to make him a starter to replace Assad.
I think that I disagree. I think that it indicates that they are. The fact that they haven't named Javier Assad the starter for tomorrow yet tells me that there may be consideration for Ben Brown to do it. Or they're really considering bringing up Vince Velasquez to do it, and that would be crazy to me when you have those other 2 options.
Mm-hmm.
In a sense, but at the same time, why not leave them in the bullpen if you can bring, him up?
I mean, I guess Assad just threw an inning, so maybe they want to bring up Velasquez for this one start. That's possible,
Right.
too. Because he just pitched a couple days ago. Like
Who
an
did?
inning and a third. Assad.
Oh, okay.
So maybe that's the hang up with it. I don't know. I don't
Well,
know.
time will tell.
Agreed.
Tomorrow.
Right.
This is a big road trip. The longest of the season. The only road trip that has 3 series. However, the last one, they're back in Chicago against the White Sox in the last series.
Oh, Ben
So-
Brown's pitching tomorrow.
They just announced that?
There you go.
No shit.
I told you.
Okay. Well,
I just thought I'd check real quick and see if they updated it.
I wondered.
yeah. I mean, not
don't
what I
hate it.
would have picked, but I'm not going to sit here and knock it because I don't think it's the worst decision in the world.
I don't either. But I'm like you. Like, I really liked the idea of him and Brown, or he and Valencia.
Dude, he could
being-
be could be. I think Ben Brown will be a stud
So
in
I
whatever
think
capacity.
he was going to go back to
But-
being a starter next year, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that guy's the movement, the
Velo.
yeah. I mean, he's just man. If he figures out just a couple little things, which
To not leave
we've
a
already
hanger.
seen him working on,
Yeah.
this season, he's going to be nasty. He's going to be nasty.
Absolutely.
I honestly think you can just limit his pitch count, just
I'm
you don't
excited
even have
about
to
it.
pitch him for a
but
full starter
surprised.
length. You can keep him in for like 80 pitches or so.
So
Not
how long do we think he's going to go tomorrow?
80.
4 or
Probably
5.
till the
I would
inning.
even maybe argue that maybe 70 is his highest tomorrow.
yeah.
70 pitches.
Yeah, you gotta get him stretched out, right?
Yeah. So Brown, and then maybe they're going to piggyback him with Assad, possibly,
Yeah.
depending on where they're at with everything. That
Well,
would make
that's not a
sense.
bad combo,
No,
right?
not at all. I also expect that Gavin Hollowell will probably be sent back down tomorrow because they pitched him 50 pitches today.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that dude worked.
and it was so unfair to him. But I think he'll be back up in the majors at some point this season. But my guess is Ethan Roberts gets pulled off the IL tomorrow in his place, which I'm not mad about that.
Yeah.
I really like Trent Thornton after watching him pitch the last 2 days.
I like him too. I really like Rawlson.
Rollison,
Rawlson's
yeah,
awesome.
he had that blow up, but that's okay. I mean, stuff happened. Like it's going to happen on occasion. But he has been dominant outside of that one.
Who else? I'm missing somebody.
Jacob Webb has been much
Jacob
better.
Webb has been playing
Yeah.
a lot better.
Phil Maton is starting to look better.
Now that Martin guy, I don't like him.
He's gone.
Oh, good.
Hollowell
Like-
took his spot in the staff today.
You know who I'm really excited about? Maybe he'll pitch for majors next year. Jackson Wiggins.
Yeah, he's hurt though right now.
Is he still?
Unfortunately, yeah.
What does he have? I know it didn't say last time.
Yeah,
We
I
saw
don't
the
think
chart.
that they're announced because they don't have to announce the minor league injuries as much and give out as much
Well,
information
he's
with that.
a numbered
So.
prospect. So I mean,
Overall, though, the bullpen's been really good.
very good with the
It's been,
circumstances.
especially with all the injuries. Yes.
Right.
Dilbar
yeah,
will be back
like-
sometime this week too.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. But we cannot complain overall about our bullpen with all the injuries we've had.
Outside
Yeah, I
of Corbin
think-
Martin,
Yeah. He was just terrible.
No, right. No, I agree with that.
he wasn't early on. That's what really sucks for the guy.
Yeah.
Who's
but
the
I'm
other
saying-
Martin guy?
But overall,
Riley.
I mean, shit.
I like
What
Riley
more
Martin
can you
too.
ask for?
I agreed, 100% agree. The bullpen for all the injuries and everything has been absolutely amazing, and really the pitching staff has. So
Absolutely.
this road trip starts with 3 in Texas, then 3 in Atlanta, and then 3 with the White Sox. And the White Sox have been no joke this year.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
they have been
Yeah,
great,
they're a
but
different
they've
team
been
than
much
last
better.
year.
Yes.
Yep.
Noah Schultz.
Yeah,
is
because they're
awesome.
hovering right around 500, right?
Yeah. I mean, a little bit under, but yes.
Yeah.
So, speaking of that, real quick, after today, this may have changed a little bit, so I want to double check it before I. 6. There are 8 teams in the NL that are above 500. 5 of them are in the Central.
Yeah.
There are now 3 teams in the AL who are above 500. One
Yep.
of them is Cleveland, 1 game above.
Yeah. Then you
There
got
might
the
be-
Yankees and
the
then
Rays.
the Rays. Yep.
And the Rays
And
are
then the-
24 and 12 and 1 game back.
Yeah. The NL, it's the Dodgers, Padres,
NL Central.
obviously the Cubs, Reds, Cardinals,
The
Pirates.
Central.
The whole Central.
Oh, the Reds are too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
The Reds are
Because the
now,
Reds are in last place.
yeah, I was about to say that. They have lost 7 in a row and are still 2 games
Still
above
over
500.
500.
But
Yeah, it's going to be nasty.
they are
3
1 and
teams
9
in the
and they're-
playoffs, guarantee it. 3 NL teams, NL Central teams in the playoffs.
I mean,
I'm
it's
calling
looking
it.
like it.
Right. 100%.
Right now, it would be the Cardinals and the Pirates.
You know what the disappointing thing is, in a way, just because, you know, you want that swagger for your division, is that 2 teams could be left out
Yeah.
that deserve to be in the playoffs.
I mean, I don't know that 20 and 18 deserves to be in the playoffs, but
Well, if you have a division winner that
I mean, I get what you're saying.
wins, right. I mean, that's sloppy as hell, too.
The Cubs are in a division where every team is 2 games or more above 500, and they're 4 games up.
Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, the Braves have the same record, 8 games up, but no team in their division
Right.
is above 500 besides them.
Yep.
And the
They
Dodgers are
lose
behind
today,
us both.
we take the spot.
The Texas
Yep.
Rangers
Dodgers.
preview. The Rangers come into the series in 3rd place in the AL West at 17 and 20. They are 3 and 7 in their last 10 and 7 and 8 at home. They have played 13 games against teams above 500 this season and have won 5 of them. So they're 5 and 8. Their offense is averaging 3.81 runs per game, good for 28th in the majors out of 30 teams. That's terrible. They're even
Yeah.
worse than that at home. They're averaging like 2.8 runs per game at home.
That
Who's that?
surprises me.
Isn't it? Texas.
Oh, yeah.
Surprises me a lot with like Corseeker and Josh Jung.
Right.
Yeah. Jung, he's tearing it up.
He's
man.
he is tearing
Sager
it up.
hasn't been bad, and Brandon Nemo. Those are the 3 guys that we need to watch out for. 2 of them are lefties. What is he doing?
What are you laughing at?
I'm peeing. Shut up.
No, I'm laughing at it because he's called Brandon Nemo.
Did I say Nemo?
Oh.
Yeah.
My bad. Matt, seriously.
What? You're the one.
The Cubs,
You could have just let it be.
the offense is tied with the Yankees at second, averaging 5.4 runs per game. The Cubs ERA is 3.85, 9th overall in the majors, while the Rangers sport a 3.69 ERA, good for 7th in the major leagues. They're even better than that at home, too, with their ERA. So, they don't allow a whole lot of runs, but they don't score a whole lot of runs. I think this is a good series for the Cubs to rock their world, and they won't know what the hell hit them.
Right.
They're going to be facing, on Friday, it'll be Ben Brown versus Kumar Rocker. Rocker is 1-3 with a 4.71 ERA. On Saturday will be Edward Cabrera versus Jack Leiter. Cabrera 3-0, 3.27 ERA. And Jack Leiter 1-5 with a 5.45 ERA. On Sunday will be Jamison Tyone versus Jacob deGrom. So that could be a bit of a
Ion has pitched pretty well.
yeah. I'm nothing
He's
against
been
him, but he
solid.
ain't Jacob deGrom.
Right. But
Ty-
real
Tyon's
quick,
pitched really
real
well
quick.
last 2 starts specifically.
Yeah. Real quick, is Rocker's son?
No, he's not John Rocker's son.
No. I mean, that name is not probably real common. So that's why I was wondering.
No, he is not.
It'd be
We
kind
have
of
Mark
cool.
McGuire's son pitching.
Yeah, he pitches in the Cubs
Yeah.
organization with Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, I knew that.
Hopefully he takes
But Rocker is a
steroids.
pretty specific name. And that's why I was
Yeah,
curious.
it's not. No relation.
It'd be kind of cool. I mean, John Rocker was
A
Whoa.
terrible human being.
right. I was gonna say loose cannon.
He was a terrible human being. Or he
Let's
still
look
is.
up who John Rocker is.
Eli, I didn't really think about it. Eli probably doesn't know who John Rocker is.
Nope.
I like our matchups specifically on Friday and Saturday. I think that we should definitely win this series.
Sure.
Anything less than 2-1 will be disappointing, yes?
100%.
I think it's unfair
I
to expect
feel
them
like-
to sweep on the road, though.
I feel like even with our pitching staff the way it is right now, any lost series, now you can't expect that, but any lost series is a disappointment.
Oh, I know who John Rocker is. Yeah, I've seen some videos.
Because the offense is not dependent on one or two guys. This is one of the most, even over 16. And I'm not saying we're going to repeat because the starting pitching is where it is at the moment. But
They'll get
I
reinforcements.
think this is right. But I also believe that this offense is more complete overall across the board than the 16 team.
The offense? No.
No, yeah. It's more consistent.
No.
I'm telling you. Hold on.
I think it's pretty close.
Hold
You
on.
don't think it's close? I think it's close.
16 was streakier. It was not as consistent.
It's way too early to say that.
Okay. I'm just saying I'm putting money on it.
It's way too early to say that.
I'll put money on it.
I hope you're right, but it is way too early to say that in the beginning
Across
of May
the board,
that this
there's
offense
too many
isn't
weapons.
not streaky. There
Okay.
was too many weapons on that team.
Right. But they are all streaky outside of Bryant.
But they're balanced.
And this team's more balanced. We still have guys that are not even hitting their peak yet.
That's what we all thought at the beginning of last year, too.
The words didn't come out of my mouth last year.
They did mine.
Well, that's you. I'm sorry.
So maybe it'll reverse since you don't
Those
think
words
so.
came out of your mouth, too.
No.
Just not on this podcast.
Nope.
Bull crap.
Prove it. I'm telling you, this team.
Ooh, Matt's recording has stopped. Oh, he's back.
You broke out. I don't disagree. The team last year was, too. Do you know what they averaged last year? Well, I'm going to look right now. But it was in that span. And the 16 team did too. In 2025, the Cubs averaged 4.8 runs per game for the whole year. You said but I think it's unfair to expect them to do that all the time. Agreed. The 16 team averaged 4.99 runs per game. For sure. And stayed healthy the whole year for the most part. Outside of the 5 main starters in the 16th season, there were 6 other pitchers who made 8 starts in the whole season. That's crazy health. No. And I would argue that the bullpen has a chance of being stronger than the 16 bullpen, though, as well. And Pedro Strop and Hector Rondon were on that roster. Rondon got screwed by the way Madden used him. After they got Chapman. And getting Chapman was great, and it helped put us over that hump. But they misuse they misuse Chapman too. But Rondon wasn't used correctly after that. And then Madden got frustrated with him. Oh yeah, because Strope's role didn't change.
Carson Edwards was also really solid on that team
Excellent.
in 2016.
You know, he's pitching again, and from what I saw earlier in the season, was doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Not Carson Edwards. That's basketball player.
Carson Edwards is a basketball player.
C.J. Edwards.
Is it CJ? I thought it was Carl.
Yep, Carl Edwards Jr. You're right.
Take that.
He has been called CJ. I think the Nationals, but I'm not 100% sure. But you know they'll get some kind of bullpen reinforcement as well. They always do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I like the
Andrew
makings.
Kittredge. I wish we kept Andrew Kittredge.
I think that was part of the deal. Like he had to be traded back to them. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. No, I don't.
My guess, because of the way it went down, I mean, nothing was ever come out and said, but the way that trade happened back to Baltimore, that's my guess, is that was part of the initial trade agreement. So.
I loved Andrew Kittredge.
Me too.
With my whole heart.
Hopefully Baltimore falls out of any race and we can trade for him again. Wouldn't that be awesome?
I remember they're like, before season started, their power rankings was like they're ranked 4th.
Yeah, they haven't not played as well as everybody thought they would. Pete Alonso has been terrible.
He was always overrated.
I agree. I hated when the rumor was that he was coming to Chicago. I'm so glad that didn't happen.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know nothing against Baltimore. I wouldn't be opposed to that. But
I got everything against Baltimore.
Go Cubs, go!
Yeah, he's not there anymore.
Screw Cal Ripken. Cal Ripken sucks.
And he calls himself a Cubs fan.
Can't believe you. Can't believe you. Can't believe you're my father.
Terrible. All right. For Eli and Matt, I'm David, and we thank you for watching or listening to Clark and Addison Born into the Ivy. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave us a 5-star review and leave us some comments on YouTube or any of your audio platforms. Thank you very much. Have a great day, and let's go Cubs.
Chipper Jones.